Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I thought I was just going to do that one epic game with ZerO and Type B, but I realized that since that was the loser's match, I have to do the final match, because now we have ZerO versus Hyuk. Hyuk, who has just been playing very well lately, particularly has been playing well in ZVZ, and then ZerO, of course, who just came out of that ridiculous 30-minute game. So I don't know, I would doubt this is going to be similar, but I really have no idea. Hyuk with his Ring of Power, meanwhile ZerO with his purple glasses of power. And you know what? Before I go into this, I'm going to have to skip back because I didn't catch the colors. Alright, so Hyuk is blue. Alright. Sorry, guys. That's really the first time I've ever done that. Alright, so Hyuk is blue. Here are going to be on the left side. Meanwhile, ZerO is going to be orange on the right side. So that's easy. ZerO is going to be pretty much the same color that he was the last game. So, alright, wow. I'm a little out of breath. A little raspy from the last game. Just fantastic. I can't believe there was defilers in use. And but again, I mean, I hope games like that change the way that ZVZ is played, because God, I mean, a queen is just so effective. The problem with that tech is you have to get that far in order to use it, which tends to not happen in these games. All right, so we see a 12 pull going up, or it could have been an over pull for ZerO. Meanwhile, a hatchery, 12 hatch going up for Type B now, for Hyuk. So that is going to be the difference as far as these games go. It is going to be that build order right there. This is Bloodspot, which is a map I don't even think I have ever even seen at this point. So I apologize, and because I'm recording this live from YouTube, I can't go and open the video or go and open the map or anything like that to try to find it. Okay, so it does look like ZerO is going to go for the expansion, but he just wanted to get the spawning pull up a little bit earlier, which he is going to do. Again, there's all these new maps that are big. Other than El Nino, pretty much all the maps that I've seen, the new ones, Odd Eye and Bloodspot, and the map we just played on, Match Point, they're all pretty big maps, which allow, I think, and they encourage a longer ZerO game, which I will never complain about, because, God, that last game was so good. Alright, but enough about the last game. We see the Zerglings coming out. It should be noted that ZerO has been unable to scout currently, and although he is sending his lings to the right direction here, so that's good so far, and he is going to probably know that's the right direction by the Overlord. You can see him kind of moving his lings around. Meanwhile, the Scouting Overlord is coming down here from, God, I keep wanting to say Type B, from Hyuk. From Hyuk. Oh, man, he still has a terrible name. ZerO's not the best name either, but, I just think of ZerO because he's just so small and cute. He's just this little ZerO, he's just a ZerO. Alright, so ZerO's not going to be able to do a whole lot, much of anything here. He's probably not even going to be able to get a run by. He does have some reinforcing Zerglings, but it's going to be kind of the usual standoff at the secondary expansion. Meanwhile, the lair is going up. I didn't mention that before, but lair going up for both players. So both players right now at a very similar build. It looks like having an earlier spawning pool didn't really do a whole much for ZerO, which again is what happens when you have these larger maps. They invalidate it. Ooh, ZerO trying to go in. Just taking little pot shots here and there, trying to mess with Hyuk a little bit. I'm not sure what their stats are on this. Again, if I move any windows around, then I will screw up the recording. So I do apologize. Normally under normal recordings I would be able to get access to everything else, but I don't have a second computer or a second monitor functioning, at least at this point, to be able to use. So I'm not sure what Hyuk's ZVZ percentage is. If I remember, I'll post it on the bottom of the screen right now so you can see both of their stats. Again, ZerO at about around 50%. Hyuk has just been playing really well, so I would not be surprised if Hyuk's percentage was around that point. All right, so getting the sunken colony, ZerO is, just in case, not a bad idea at all. Usually when you are the later person getting an expansion, that's kind of what you have to do just in case. since the other player kind of went more for an economy game and might be able to get more units to attack you. Let's see, at this point, about the same amount of drones mining the expansion. ZerO might actually have maybe one more at this point. And seen a lot of Zergling play. A lot of Zergling play with Zerg games of recent. A lot more than usual. Not just making, with the smaller maps, you pretty much go 9-pull, make like 6, 8, maybe 10 Zerglings, and then after that, it's just kind of battling back and forth, and then you basically go right to Mutalisk. But we see here a large amount of Zerglings coming down from Hyuk. Now, can ZerO hold this off? Can ZerO hold this off the way that Quanro did with Type B in the OSL? This is almost the exact same situation against Quanro, when Quanro was able to hold this off with Type B. Is ZerO going to be able to hold this off? He's going to have to bring drones into the mix, and I think ZerO holding this off. Oh my god, he didn't even lose as much health on that sunken as Quanro did. ZerO taking a page out of Quanro's book and able to completely fend that off. So far, I don't think I've ever actually seen that be successful, at least in the recent few games I've seen in the OSL and MSL. That one sunken colony makes all the difference, and that's becoming pretty standard play. If you are a Zerg who did not go for the economic build, went more for a faster build or for a tech build, then you getting that sunken colony and getting a few extra Zerglings to help pretty much ensures that you're going to be able to fend that off. Now, granted, you do have to have, great micro to go with that, but so far what I've seen, that pretty much works every single time. ZerO going to get a free Overlord here drifting around. And it looks like right now that Hyuk, they're both fairly similar, although ZerO, I think, has some more Zerglings coming in. I don't know if that's going to make a huge... Whoa, a lot more Zerglings sneaking right by here. Zerglings going in. I don't know if ZerO's going to go in and attack with this, splitting up his Zerglings really well. Oh! ZerO being careless, losing a Mutalisk to a Scourge there. And ZerO tends to like to attack with his Lings first and then go in with Mutalisk afterwards. At least that's kind of what I've seen in a lot of the games. I tend to kind of think that going Mutaling together is a little bit more effective. But I'm sure he has his reasons. He has some reinforcing Mutalisks coming up to meet the main group there. And it looks like ZerO's in the middle of the map, prepping for an attack here. Here he goes in. Here's that right combination. Here is the Mutalisk and Ling. Mutaling Classics going in right now. And we're going to see if Hyuk has enough to defend this. Hyuk is very good at Mutalisk control, but it looks like he's at a disadvantage here. Oh, and some landing Scourge there. And ZerO getting some Scourges landing on him as well. Still a Scourge in the mix there. And they're just going to battle it out to see who wins this match. And I think ZerO is going to come out on top here. And ZerO's way on top. ZerO is going to go to the round of 16 in the MSL, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. So it doesn't even, if he's not out of the OSL yet, he is definitely not out of the OSL. But when he is done here, he is going to finish this up. We're going to see the GG from Hyuk. Hyuk is out of the MSL. ZerO is in. So if ZerO can maintain fixing his hair there, being the pimp that he is with his purple glasses, if ZerO gets lucky in the OSL and there's a tie, so that he can progress, he will be in the OSL round of 8 and the MSL round of 16. But definitely very impressive. Definitely a player to watch. And definitely had a good time commentating for you guys tonight. Take it easy. See you again soon for day 6 of the OSL.